July 6, 2021, Milford, New Hampshire. Well, no, technically we're on the line. We're in Lineborough. Dad, we're in Lineborough. My dog just corrected me. We're at the ruins of the Purgatory Mill. Right up the falls, about a quarter mile that way, is Lower Purgatory Falls. You can probably hear them on the video, I hope anyway. And this was the Purgatory Mill. This mill was in operation for over 200 years. It lasted a long time. As you can see, it's got old blocks. There's no plug and feathers in there, so those blocks are very old, like mid-18th century. And there was a sluice in there. And this mill was modernized. It's got, not new looking, but new technology concrete of the early 20th century. Poor by today's standards, but when concrete was recently invented, they put a bunch of concrete structures in here, including up there. And down there, you can see the ruins of modernized steel machinery that was used to turn this instead of wooden wheels. Back in the day, who knows what they started making here? Probably lumber. Way back when, 200 years ago, everything we get today is made from China. But 200 years ago, everything you'd get was from your local neighborhood. So if you were building your house, you'd cut down some of these trees, you bring the big logs over here. This was a sawmill, and a water-powered saw would cut the logs into lumber for you. Or if you were a farmer and you made grain and you wanted to make bread, you bring your picked grain over here, and if this was a grist mill, that's a mill that turns a large stone wheel, you bring your grain over here to be crushed, and that would turn into flour to make bread and whatever. The other thing mills used to make, ooh, there's some plug marks right there. Antique plug marks. You can see right there and right there where somebody chiseled off this big portion of rock. Ooh, look at that. Big wall right here. Royce loves it. I love it. We're having a good time. I hope you love it too, not just the video, but I hope you get out here and other places by yourself, wherever you may be out in the world, and see some of this cool stuff, because I gotta tell you, it's way cooler in person than watching me narrate it behind the screen. I gotta tell you, that's the purpose of the video. Get out there, get some. Anyway, back to milling. A carding mill was used to make finished wool. You take your raw wool that you pluck off of a sheep, and you bring it to a, instead of carding it by hand, which took forever, you bring it to a carding mill, which would smooth it out and then get it ready for spinning. So there you go. Your wool, or your clothing items, your food items, and your home items were all pretty much made right in your local shop. Every town around the area, in the Milford and Amherst area, there was something like 20 mills around. So anytime you'd see a brook like this, 200 years ago in the colonial era, somebody would find a nice easy spot where it would channel down like this and start building a dam around it to make water go through it, and then turn a wheel to make whatever. And they do it wherever. So everywhere you go in the forest, you see these things. Ooh, look, there's another remnants of something metal. So I hope you enjoyed today's tour, today's weird history lecture. Again, don't come and listen to me just ramble on about it. Get down here and see it for yourself. Woo!